Hey Cornerstone, I hope you're doing good in these crazy days that we're living in right now, but just wanted to give you another weekly update on what's happening around our church. Just a few things I want you to know. First of all, we're excited. We're doing a webinar tomorrow night, which is Wednesday at 7 p.m. It's the first time we've ever tried this, but we thought in the midst of some of the financial worry and stress that people are having right now, people have lots of questions about what they should be doing. Also, the government is putting out that stimulus package, and some people have questions about that. How will that impact me? How will that benefit me? How will that benefit me as a small business owner? So I'm going to have three finance professionals from our church together with me. I'll ask them a couple of questions about what all this means, and they'll give us some good information. Also, you'll have an opportunity to ask them some questions as well. So if you're following us on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see an invitation there. There's a link that you can paste to your browser, and then that'll take you to some place where you can register to be a part of that with us. Again, 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Also, this Sunday we will be worshiping together online, just like we've been doing at 9 o'clock on Facebook Live. And keep the comments rolling. It's really been great the way that y'all have chatted it up and chimed in and let us know where you're worshiping and all those kinds of good things. Thank you for doing that. It really helps it feel like we're genuinely together as we're doing this. So again, 9 o'clock this Sunday. And then Easter week, we are going to have a Good Friday service at 6:30 p.m. It will be online, but we're going to try to make it interactive. And this Sunday, I'm actually going to be giving you a list of things that you'll need to have with you for that Good Friday service. So just be paying attention to that. We'll be looking at the 7 last words of Christ on the cross. And you'll want to have your kids with you. This will be a good family type situation. And we're going to do the thing. If you've been to a Good Friday service before, we have the candles, and we put out one candle for every one of those words of Christ on the cross, and then we'll have several ways for you to interact with that. So it's going to be a good time together. And then Easter Sunday, again, this will be another online experience. Marcus is going to be leading us through a sunrise at 6:15 a.m. So you'll want to get up early and be with him as he does a sunrise service. And then we'll have our Easter celebration at 9 a.m. And it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great celebration together. I'm just curious about the reports that will come out of this from all of the churches who are having to gather online for Easter Sunday. You know, it's interesting because churches have been reaching a lot of people through these online experiences, even more than we ever thought we could. So that's a great thing. God is using this as an awesome opportunity to reach more people. So I love that. And so I look forward to that celebration together. Now, I was just thinking about just an encouraging word for you today, and I was thinking about the verse from Joshua 1:9. It's one of my favorite. Moses has handed off the mantle of leadership to Joshua, and so Joshua is trying to encourage the Israelites because he's about to lead them to the promised land, but they've got to get through some enemies to get there, and so there's lots of obstacles ahead of them. And so knowing that, he's trying to sort of fire up the troops. And so here's what he says in verse 9. He says, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And the way I just said it right now was nothing like he would have said it. He would have been yelling that at the top of his lungs to them, wanting to encourage them. And the actual Hebrew phrase for be strong and courageous is this, Rak Kazak Amatz. You've probably heard me share that before. I just love saying that, Rak Kazak Amatz. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. So you can just imagine Joshua just yelling that at the top of his lungs over and over. And then the Israelites would have started responding in the same way. They would have started saying Rak Kazak Amatz back to him. And then together they would have been saying that out loud. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. For our God is with us. And so in light of that, I was just thinking about you and me. As we're going through these times of uncertainty, maybe creating a sense of fear, worry, whatever that may be for us. And so I love that phrase for you and me today. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, because God is with you and he's with me wherever we go. And he is going to see us through this time. And I love that. We can have full faith and trust that the same God that was with the Israelites back then is with us today, and he's going to be with us forever on into the future. So just want to encourage you with that. Also, just want you to know how much I appreciate you. I'm praying for you. I love you, and so encouraged by you and your faith and your spirit. Look forward to the day when we will finally be back together live and in person. That'll be a great day, won't it? But until then, I'll just see you online this Sunday at 9 o'clock.